Hello and welcome to the April 22nd, 2021 edition of the Brent and Daryl Show, brought to you from the plea office in beautiful downtown Phoenix. Hot topic of the week, the Derek Chauvin trial verdict. Just to keep it short, we know that there are varying opinions of it. What we do think is important is that what's going to come after. So we know that this is probably going to bolster the police reform movement, specifically the Justice and Policing Act, probably for other departments nationwide. We here in Phoenix probably do almost every one of those elements, with the exception of a couple already, the elements of the act. But I think it's also important to know that due process was involved in this, and that's what a lot of people didn't understand. And I'm not talking about us, police officers, our membership at all, but other people didn't understand the due process. So there are other things that are probably going to come out of this. You've seen probably opinions of chiefs and police associations across the country regarding this. I don't know what, if anything, that helps or doesn't help. I guess it remains to be seen, but it's a topic that we'll probably keep discussing. Another interesting thing, May 4th, give me that nod, May 4th, the City Council will be voting on the city budget. So I'm going to try to put a graphic right here, and I'll let you know. I just think it's interesting that Poder in Action is now attacking the City Council to include those people that they've normally been involved with, or at least we think they've been involved with, the people that refused to answer the letter of support for Phoenix police officers last summer, to include Betty Guardardo, Laura Pastor, Councilman Garcia. So it's kind of telling, I think. These defunded police people will stop at nothing, even if it becomes something that is almost funny. But anyway, we have every confidence that this vote is going to pass. We've been listening in on the budget meetings citywide, and we've had a lot of support. I would say more support than we've had in past years, but definitely more speakers than the defunded police people, with the exceptions of Districts 7 and 8, but that's no surprise there. So that'll probably be an interesting meeting to listen to and watch if you guys want to. Moving on, Daryl?
Yes. All right, so a couple things. If you've decided to get the COVID vaccine and you've gotten both shots already, don't forget that the city is offering you $75 after you show them that you got your vaccines. You just do that through benefits. You can call them if there's any questions, but I was asked to remind everybody about that benefit. Another thing
I put in for it.
I did too.
It's like a week
$75, right?
worth of lunches.
Another thing that's a kind of a hot topic is the sick leave payout for fire. They garnered that during their negotiations, and there's some confusion over that. The city didn't just give that to them. They decided to take their money that was given to them during the package money, and they bought that benefit to the tune of almost $950,000.
So they're taking like a less per hour
Correct.
increase to do that?
That's correct. So it wasn't that they were giving it, we weren't. It just didn't, when we did the member survey back last year, that wasn't even in the top 5. So moving forward, after looking at their agreement, I think that's something that we should really explore further. And depending on how the membership rates it, it could be a topic of the next negotiation.
So we did talk to fire leadership and some of the firefighters to try to see how they understood it. And it's I couldn't find anybody that didn't like it.
They were happy with it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think it's something that would benefit our membership. We just need to
Oh, yeah.
explain it to the membership in a way that it's clear and concise.
Mhm.
The last thing I want to talk about is we had an incident this morning where a longtime member, we looked up to verify his beneficiary information, and it turns out he hadn't updated it since '94. So if you're like a lot of folks in this profession, your relationship status and or partners have changed, and we are not connected to ECRIS. So if you have a life event where you get divorced, remarried, new marriage, whatever, call down here and update. You need to come down and sign a card, but you need to update your beneficiary so that we make sure that the proper person is getting paid should something happen to you. It's kind of a difficult conversation to have with a current spouse when an
definitely.
ex-spouse is the beneficiary. So, and also on that, check with PSPRS just to make sure that that's updated as well. I'm not sure what the correlation between ECRIS and PSPRS is, but do your homework and make sure that that's correct.
Yeah, you always have to go to PSPRS to change something. So, good. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
I'm good. I'm
Anything
done.
else?
No.
All right, so golf tournament is tomorrow. If you're playing, we look forward to seeing you. The next event is going to be Plea Family Day, May 16th at the main event. Anything else?
No.
No? Okay. Well, you guys stay safe, and we'll see you next week.